the inner Richard Sherman in me wants to talk about the offensive pass interference here.
Yeah.
How do you think this affects that? Because we're all talking about the Saints play and the fact that there's defensive pass interference that could be called on every pass play, and wait till we see the last 2 minutes. What about offensive pass interference with this rule, Dean? How's that going to work?
In my time at the NFL, there were a couple of fouls that were really difficult to officiate. Offensive pass interference was one of them. And quite frankly, it hasn't been consistently officiated for years, even during my time at the NFL. It's a difficult play to officiate. And that is going to be another, I think it's even going to be a bigger challenge than DPI, because now you're getting involved in, did the defender have position? Is the receiver initiating that contact? Is he blocking downfield, or is he trying to run a route? Is the defender trying to jam him? Did the contact occur before the ball was touched? Did the contact occur more than a yard downfield? Is it just hand fighting? All of these things that the official has to make that call in real time. Now it's subject to review, and, we could throw up 10 offensive pass interference calls and not get a consensus on any of them. So it's going to be a big challenge.
And what about a time frame? I mean, is it still in the last? Again, that's the point of this, in the last 2 minutes, because the OPI stuff and the DPI stuff, it still is in the same universe number of challenges that's available to a coach. We're talking about the last 2 minutes. How long? Obviously, that hasn't been changed at all, but usually we're not holding people's feet to the fire that if we don't get a certain response by a certain time, we're moving on. What's the scoop on that, Dean?
Well, nothing has changed. Nothing's changed regarding the rule in terms of 60 seconds to review the play. The replay official, there's no limit to the number of plays they can stop inside 2 minutes. So that's something they have to consider when you think about the standard. I don't think they want a whole bunch of stoppages inside 2 minutes. But nothing else about the rule has changed. So once the game is stopped, there's the time limit, the 60-second review, and then they have to make a decision. And again, it's going to, New York is going to get involved. You have a replay official that's going to have to, be responsible for stopping the game and initiating that review. Think about this. Think about a scoring play outside 2 minutes, right? And the replay official has to confirm that. Now we have a touchdown. And the replay official says, yeah, it's a touchdown, but wait a minute, that receiver pushed off. That now becomes reviewable because that's under their parameters. And now we're going to say, okay, we're confirming the touchdown, but guess what? It was pass interference. Let's take it back and penalize the offense 10 yards. The potential for that is there as well.
All right, a few more minutes left with Dean Blandino, former head of NFL refs, now current Fox Sports rules analyst here in the Honda Insider Report. What about the automatic replay reviews being expanded to include scoring plays and turnovers negated by a foul? Why was that thrown into this mix? Best you can tell as well, Dean.
Yeah, that was it's an unusual situation. That's where you have a scoring play. Scoring plays are automatically reviewed, but I think a team submitted that to say, well, it was a scoring play. It was negated by a foul. Why should we have to waste a challenge? That should be automatically reviewed. So I think that was the theory behind that one. But I don't believe that passed, so I don't think that's going to be an issue going forward.
It says right here, the effect also expands automated replay reviews to include scoring plays and turnovers negated by fouls. But we'll check on all of that.
Yeah, let's check on that. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I know they changed the tries as well, so now all tries will be reviewed.
Yeah, exactly.
Automatically, whether they're good or not.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.